Now we can see gray sweatpants escorted by his aunt, who lives in the housing complex. Fortunately, we have another camera angle. There's different versions of what happens next. One of the brothers testified at the preliminary hearing that the aunt said she would be back later to talk about what happened. The brother said that gray sweatpants said, "I have nothing to talk about." In the order denying the petition for habeas corpus, the trial court wrote, "The defendant violated his duty to retreat because he had already walked away from the alleged victims with his back turned to them, evincing a lack of objective fear and demonstrating an ulterior motive." At the preliminary hearing, the officer testified that he couldn't tell who fired the first shot. However, the surveillance video is clear as day. At no time does Gray Sweatpants ever lift the barrel of his rifle. Notice the third brother in the white shirt with the rifle and the handgun. Once again, for the third time today, we see Gray Sweatpants retreating from the brothers' attack. If you haven't figured it out, Gray Sweatpants is the defendant in this case. Notice that the defendant this entire time has never lifted the barrel of his rifle. He hasn't fired a single shot. Notice Blackshirt talking to one of the brothers. He's trying to rescue his sister, who's trying to defend her boyfriend. The defendant is pleading with the brothers. He's yelling at them, "I just want my keys. I just need my keys so I can leave." Blackshirt grabs his sister, kicking and screaming. The two brothers take positions on opposite sides of the street. The defendant continues to plead with the brothers. He hasn't once raised the rifle. He hasn't fired a single shot. The brothers continue to advance on him. They take a strategic position on opposite sides of the street, essentially surrounding him. They continue to fire. By now, it's obvious that the brothers intend to kill the defendant. He fires for the first time in self-defense. Notice that he still doesn't shoot at the brothers. He fires at the tree line. Let's see that again in real time.